I think that there are sort of three answers to that that correspond to three of the sort of sources of support. And I think the most important answer is that he is the cultish head of a movement. And a movement does not, a movement answers automatically to the requests for applause and for votes and for support from their leader. And there's a lot to say about what a movement is and how it started. But I think it's important for us to realize that Trump created this movement. There was a little bit of prehistory of this with the Tea Party and so on, but it was an ordinary, sort of political opposition to big government. Trump created a we. He created a collectivity that came together. I've written quite a bit about this, and that identifies itself as a movement, right? That gives them an identity and is loyal to him. And in a way, one way of looking at this in a sort of political sciencey fashion is to say that governors can give their people two things. They can give them goods and services, right? Or they can give them the politics of recognition. And what Trump did was to create a movement built on a politics of recognition that said that their grievances were real, that their animosity towards certain groups, especially minorities, was real, and they will be loyal to him and indifferent to facts and truth to the day they die. So that's one piece of it. There's also the party, the Republican Party. And the Republican Party has very swiftly, from 2016 to today, become completely subservient, submissive to Trump. Why that is, I have to think that they're reading the tea leaves. They see that he's powerful, they see that he has a movement, and they see that if they buck him, they will be threatened and intimidated and conceivably run out of office. There's more to why this party does that, but their reasoning is different from the reasoning of the voters who are part of a movement. And let me say, on this party submissiveness business, there's something important to say, which is that if you think of the word party, it means you're a part. You're a partisan. You're part of a system in which there are other parties. And what that means is that you recognize that you're not the whole, that you don't represent the whole nation. And there are two ways to go then. You can run a party system with elections and you win and you lose. A famous political scientist just pointed out that you win, you lose, and you run again, right? That's what partisanship is. And he had a great line. He said, elections are not followed by waves of suicide, right? Um, but this Republican Party under Trump does not recognize itself as a part. It claims that it represents the whole nation, and to the extent that it doesn't, the rest of the nation are enemies within. So they're a party only in name, right? Only because that's the word we erroneously use to describe them. So there's the movement, there's the party, and then there are the people, big donors, businesses, so on, who have the illusion that this is transactional, that they're going to get something that they badly want from Trump's regime because he is transactional and in it for money. And they will, get rid of regulations or get regulations or get tax breaks. And we see that going on right now with the business people and others who had turned against Trump, who decide, what we really care about is the future of our company and our personal wealth. So I think that the answer to submissive is not one answer. It had one answer for the movement, one answer for the party, and one answer for the mainly corporate interests that are purely calculating advantages.